his X account during this space also. That's one thing that I need to start doing too, because I need to figure out how he does that. I think he uses 2 accounts.
That's through StreamYard.
Yes, sir. Through StreamYard. What are we talking about? Yeah, well, StreamYard has limitations, though. You can only...
Oh, yeah, Rich, I was asking, I was wondering how you go live on X on video, too, at the same time.
I use StreamYard, but the issue is that you can only look at the page which the spaces is happening in. If I move to another tab, all you guys are going to go silent, and you're only going to hear me on YouTube.
Okay.
So it's kind of annoying. So, you can't put 2 windows, basically, in StreamYard.
So, Richie, what I was trying to figure out was...
One second. Someone's at my door.
Hello, everybody. Aquashock here. Hope you guys are having a good week. Very exciting. Nothing. Just checking in. Happy to be launched and on the farm. We've got like 13 grand locked in on the farm now, earning rewards. So it's going to be really good.
Yeah, I've got some fat bags of Aquashock in there, dude. It's paying pretty good.
Nice. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to get seen by SuiVision and SuiScan and see those LPs on there, and it's going to look real good.
Yeah, I need those links, man. I got to get them people motivated to help me out.
The blockchain ones, those are fairly easy. The only thing that's difficult, the most difficult actually, is the Slush wallet verification. But to get on SuiScan and SuiVision is very easy to do.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely on those. I'm talking about getting verified on Slush.
Yeah, that's like the final boss of verification.
Yeah, I'm in the Discord now. I'm wrestling with them right now. Going back and forth with the nightly wallet. They've been very responsive, so they're pretty cool if you reach out to Nightly Wallet.
Oh, hey, Denny, too. I forgot to tell you, we were verified on Phantom Wallet, too, before Slush. I don't know if you've checked with them.
Yeah, I thought you have to be on CoinGecko to be on Phantom Wallet, which I have to get CoinGecko still. Okay. And then those guys are a little bit whatever too. Slush, Dex Greener, and CoinGecko
it costs $1,000 too to apply.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
On CoinGecko?
Yeah, CoinGecko. When you fast track it, they call it fast tracking, but it's basically a bribe to list it. And if you don't pay it, then it's like they're probably not going to list it.
Bro, Richie paid 3 times and got denied because we didn't have volume, and that's when we did the Raiden X competition, to where we get a bunch of people buying and selling, and then that got us the volume for it to get approved. Nice. The 4th try, but that was in May. Now, that was quite a long time ago. It was still, I think, only a 6-month coin.
Like, Shock's seen some pretty decent volume these days.
We have been.
So I think applying around about this time might be a good idea.
That's a good idea. Maybe I'll circle back to CoinGecko and just plug one in. I might just start doing those every day too. Like, what are they going to they can only say no, right? So
yeah, because particularly on Sui right now,
there's volume's going good.
On Sui right now, there's volume of coins isn't crazy for a lot of tokens.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like sometimes I feel like the Slush wallets and stuff, they like want this volume, but then I'm looking at Turbos, I'm looking at FlowX, I'm looking at a bunch of other comparable memes, and their volume is like 5K a day, and my volume's like 5K a day. Exactly. So if integral projects are getting 5K a day, then like if my meme's doing the same as them, like what do you expect an unverified, unlisted meme to be doing if the other ones are only doing that much? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. They just need to have good expectations.
Hey, Denny, I know you like noodles, because Amy from SuiDex told me that she could definitely help us out with SuiDex. She has like a personal connection there she's going to hook me up with. But she said with Dex Screener, it's like a different... she said they're not very communicative with them, But
Yeah,
noodles,
Dexter
they
isn't
are.
very SWE focused. Like I was talking to Richie briefly too, that I would like to see SuiDex be on Noodles and Nexa as well, are my two kind of favorite SWE focused aggregator places to view things. Yeah, I really like Noodles. I don't know. I like the orange and black and the buttons on Noodles. Nexa has some really cool tools and views that you can click on. On Nexa, you can see like how many people are in profit on a coin, how many people have sold at a profit, how many people are
Yeah.
holding below their buy-in price. They have a cool page that you can click on in there. Nexa's got some cool stuff too. But yeah, I'm just hoping to see the SuiDex LP pools show up on SuiVision and SuiScan. I think it could happen like any minute.
Yeah, I've
And,
already applied and paid
Nexa
them.
was-
So let's see.
Awesome.
Nexa was it used to be called Inside X, that showed your P&L. I liked it better when it was just Inside X, but they merged with Nexa because yeah, that's the best P&L tracker for sure. Was there any updates that you heard about, Richie? Because I still have some emails going out
What do you mean updates?
with Dex Screener as far as that goes.
We made the Discord group, and so far we have had no response from Dex Screener yet. They need volume. That's all they're looking for, right? That's what they want. I mean, think about Dex Screener takes. There's a guy in the Telegram for SuiDex there yesterday. He was highlighting that Dex Screener take $300 per token to list their image and websites on their site.
Yeah.
Right? So
But I mean, isn't it different? These are liquidity pools. They're supposed to be tracking them.
they're supposed to be.
It
Yeah.
looks,
all
bad on them.
All we can do is continually come into the listing request and continue just to fill it up with comments. I noticed Aquashock and Kyle came back in yesterday. Also S and Sato comment.
Oh yeah, I've
came
been
on.
upvoting. I'm just gonna go do it again right now. So yeah, if anyone
And
has
this
a
is in
vested interest.
Discord?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go in the Discord because a lot of these teams have their stuff through Discord now. The Mistin Labs Discord is a good one to follow. The SWE Foundation is a good one to follow, and then the Dex Screener one's a good one to follow. You can go in there, and then I just write a little comment, and it bumps it to the top, so it's got visibility. And in the SWE Discord, they actually have a sub channel for content that isn't utilized enough, I don't think. So and they allow like cross posting your X posts and stuff. So I've been just going in there and putting an Aquashock post in the SWE Foundation Discord every day. It takes 2 seconds and it's pretty fun. I think that'd be a good one for you, Arb. And then they have the Slush Wallet support in the Mistin Labs Discord, and I'm in there just bull posting my coin every day, politely reminding them to list my coin. Today I said to them, hey, here's a thought. How about you guys delist some of the like dead rug coins, the many that you have in Slush Wallet, like Octo the Octopus and Trevan's bandana, and there's like a ton of like trash tokens in there. I was like, how about you delist one of the dead ones and you add the Aquashock one? It'll make your wallet look better, and then I can promote Slush Wallet as opposed to these other wallets like Nightly and stuff, and it's win-win for everyone. And why do you have all these shitty fucking verified coins that have been dead for 6 months in your goddamn wallet, and why won't you list me? But I didn't say that part.
Where can I find these links?
That's why Denny's having these spaces with the communities on Saturdays now, because instead of just focusing on like the macro connections, like the Google partnerships, they're starting to pivot towards, okay, what does the community need? They are starting to pivot back to that. So, we're going to be able to talk to him on Saturday. I told him I'd be back.
Now I got to get up early. I'd like to respectfully have a little word with my friend there.
I told him last time I was on there about the farm and Richie and Sui Trump being strong for over a year, no drama. And he said, I'm going to buy it. I want in. Let me know what's up. I said, as soon as it's live, I'm going to come back on here and I'm going to send you the information. So, he's waiting for me this Saturday. And, he said he loves the lockers. He loves the idea that you can stake victory and get paid out in the native Sui coin. He was super hyped about that, and the fact that a large percentage of the fees go back to the community. He was really excited to hear that. Compared to everyone else was pitching pretty much same old stuff. Like what's unique about it. So he was really hyped. I can't wait to show him. That'll be a really big endorsement.
And Arborist and whoever is interested in joining the Mistin Labs Discord, if you go to the Mistin Labs webpage and you scroll all the way to the bottom, I believe in the lower left or the lower right, they have their social media links just on their homepage of the Mistin Labs website, and the little Discord alien game controller face is there, and you just click on that, and then that'll take you to their Discord. The other funny thing about their Discord is that, I don't know if this is a Discord thing or what, but I asked a question in the Discord and immediately I got spammed with like 10 faker scammer dudes telling me to like open a new conversation and connect my wallet to this one and that one. And because I'm a veteran, I was like, oh,
to tell everybody. It's important to say, when you go to a Discord server, automatically go into the settings and turn off DMs from the server. That goes for any Discord you join. Because you'll notice if you join them, they all say that, usually it's part of the verification rules.
I went in also and I checked to make sure that I looked at the admins and like matched up. Oh, am I getting a DM from an actual admin or is it some scammer? So I got bombarded with a whole bunch of like weirdo ones, but then some people actually did communicate with me too. Death, that guy, he's very popular on Sui. He reached out to me and a couple of the other mods there. So it is possible to communicate with them, and it's a good space to be in because I think they have a lot of visibility there.
Yeah, Paste, are you on? You're probably the only Discord savvy person here. Like that's standard practice about turning off the DMs to the servers, right?
Yeah, a lot of people will make fake accounts and they'll add like a period or something like that and try to scam you. Obviously, there's scams everywhere, whether it's Discord, Telegram, but you just got to be super cautious.
All right, good. I'm in now.
Danny,
Yeah, there you go.
me too. I don't think I'm in there.
If you go to the Slush Wallet support one, you'll see my spam posts. So give me an upvote.
Okay, well,
I'm in the Walrus. Walrus has one there too because I'm actually buddies with Rob. Why was Rob here? Why is Rob here? He's with the foundation now. I don't talk to him as much because he's too cool now to talk to me now that he's made it into the foundation. But he's a Sui Trump holder. He's also one of the moderators for the r/Sui subreddit, which is awesome because that gives us more leeway. But another thing that's really cool about that, because Reddit is still popular, but you're not really allowed to be posting just meme posts on the main thread. But if it's about a farm and a decentralized exchange, it's open game. So we're going to be much more effective over there. If everyone wants to make a Reddit, it helps a lot. It helps with SEO, search engine optimization. It helps especially when people do research with AI, because AIs use Reddit like a crutch. They use it more than Google. I've already spotted.
So it helps with the SEO and Reddit
huge
links into the AI. Okay, yeah, that's cool.
I've done deep research with ChatGPT, and it quoted myself, things I said about myself in my own research, which I thought was pretty cool.
Wise, I need some help with Reddit. If you could help me, we can talk.
Yes,
later, but
definitely. Yeah, I'll go through. I can have like a Reddit maker thing now that I can set up to streamline the whole thing. Just do one thing, update all of them.
I find it hard when you're first starting out to just get enough karma to use things properly, like create communities and comment.
You know what? That's really why Reddit is still so, I think, effective and useful, is that it is so strict. They're very strict. Like if you don't have enough experience on your account, if it's not old enough, if you don't have karma, a lot of communities, you can't even say anything. But each community has their own rules. So yeah, I can teach you how to get karma quickly and do all that stuff. It's really not that difficult. I mean, if you know how to do Discord, Reddit's way more simple than Discord. Another thing I like about Reddit, there's no premium package. Like there is a Reddit premium, but it's just for no ads when you scroll. It's not for like any more extra visibility. You know, they're fair to everybody. So you don't have to pay nothing. That's cool too.
So how's the market today? How are we looking? I haven't looked at any charts. Garbage. All right.
Yeah. I just posted a video I made a speech from Jerome Powell that's hilarious that we all need to spam later on, but I'm trying to let the crypto community as a whole see if they absorb it, because that might be a very popular thread, and I have SuiDex on the podium.
True.
But
I was
basically what I heard, everybody already knew the rate cuts were going to happen. So basically that action, that was already priced in. And then, he also said, don't expect rate cuts in December. And I watched a Paul Barron video on it, and they said, as far as they're concerned, it's still looking bullish. Like, I would still, buy low. It went down to 225 SUI, and it started to go back up. I'm not sure what it is at the moment.
So bullish.
Yeah, because there was a lot of people that took longs expecting action after the rate cuts, because it was confirmed they were going to be cut. But since it was already priced in, there was liquidations. It was basically a repeat.
233 right now.
Okay, so yeah, it's creeping back up. I swapped some USDC for SUI at 225. But I figured it wouldn't go much lower than that.
Yeah, I was just watching Taika Maeda, who's a guy I sometimes watch on YouTube, who's he's shorting $1 million because he says that the bear market is here, which could be a bottom signal, or could be someone correctly predicting the end. That would be the worst bull market ever, though, to be honest.
Well, I really like Paul Barron. He has guests every single day on his channel. It's not just him. He has people that are known for their, sound-minded, predictions. Evan Aldo, he's a smaller guy. You got more subs than him, Richie. I'm going to tell Paul Barron he needs to have you on his show.
Nice.
That'd be awesome. And he likes Trump. He's also, he likes pro-Trump. He's pro-SUI also. But, he's not talking about longs. It's just kind of news. Like, what's going on with the markets, this and that. It's not so much like trading strategy. He probably wouldn't be telling people to do longs.
Oh, yeah, the market's cooked. We are cooked. Oh, my God. It's a red day.
But it's the same thing every time. It's when everyone thinks it's all over, that's when it explodes. So
true. I mean, I've been through so many cycles now. It's just part of the course. You get kind of hardened. I mean, it could be worse. We could be on Sonic chain, which is Sonic.
Yes.
Sonic currently trading at 14 cents, back down to like Phantom all-time lows during the bear market was around about 14 cents. So Sonic has retraced to its all-time low of the actual proper bear market. And like that was when Bitcoin crashed to what, $15,000? Phantom was at 15 cents. And now Bitcoin's at 100 and something, and Sonic is at 14 cents. Unbelievable. Completely the legs completely gone off it. So yeah.
Well, the history of Bitcoin just goes to show you how extreme you can be up and down, but where it eventually goes is, higher and higher. We're past $100,000 before the end of last year. Nobody thought that would happen.
Yeah.
That it was down to like 32 or less the same year.
But yeah, I'll do a quick sweep though of the market so everyone knows, because, well, for me it's Friday morning, for you it's Thursday evening. If you're on the west coast of the world or the east coast,
West
you'd be good
side.
morning, east coast of the world. So Sui is currently down 6.7%, $2.33. Oh my God. Walrus down 2.7%, 21 cents currently on your Walrus coin. Coming back down to other large ones. ICA is down 7.6%, 0.017 per ICA token. Cetus down 5.4%. Oh no, we're going down. Swarm Network up 5.8%, sitting still around the market cap when it launched, which is very impressive from Swarm Network. That's because they're tied with USDC in liquidity. By the way, they are only trading on their own merits, not on the momentum of the market, which is an interesting thing you can do. So we have Bluefin down 8.8%, and as we continue down, we see mostly red for almost all. Double up 12.6% though, which is interesting. And if you go to Dex Screener for the whole market, you're going to find, interestingly, we do have a new coin that's popped up on Sui called NX402, which is up 87% today. Market cap of 900. Oh, where did it go? It disappeared. Great. I believe, yeah, market cap 930 million. It's gone up. It launched on the 29th, and it's gone up all the way up to almost $1 million market cap. So we missed that one. But the thing is, yeah, is it because? But the thing though is, what's that? Is it a fork of like a Solana one? Because there's one on Solana as well, right? That did extremely well.
No, the same channel, Paul Barron, they covered the same thing, and they're just using an old technology and like reworking it for a new technology, and it just so happened to work perfectly. Is the gist of what I got.
So it says Nirvana X402 AI-powered GPU compute network with X402 payments, first decentralized GPU infrastructure integration with X402 protocol. And
So
then,
it's called Nirvana.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
smell like Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense. It's probably technology from around that era. They said it's old tech, but
Showing my age,
repurposed for
Yeah.
new use.
Penny royalty.
Is it a heart-shaped box?
Yes.
So look, looks like it has doxed devs, so that's always a good thing. And so who knows? Be interested to talk to them and see if it's because the only thing I usually
Yeah, I saw it was that Texas.sui guy was posting about the X402 coding thing, and I don't know, the name confused me. And there's something about when they sell it, there's a built-in burn to it. What is it? Sorry, I missed when you were talking about it.
It's
Is that an L1? I wasn't sure on that either.
Danny, it's the first decentralized GPU infrastructure integrated with X402 protocol, of course.
Oh yeah, okay. Vaporware again. Just okay.
It enables AI agents to autonomously access enterprise-grade compute.
Great.
But is it a layer 1?
No.
No.
So what are they on?
They're on
Is it a
Sui.
Sui? Oh, okay. Well, no.
Because I think
what
there was
saw
one
today
that was called that was on not on Sui, and then they built
that's what I
one
mean.
on Sui is what I've deducted, but I could be totally wrong.
Well, Danny, what you see usually is there'll be one big pump, usually on Solana, of like a massively popular like new coin.
Yeah.
And then someone will make the same thing on other chains, which
I
looks
feel like
it's the
that's
same
what's
thing.
happening.
So my gut tells me that because the website looks okay, but it doesn't really explain anything. But possibly.
I'd rather stick with the tried and true proven Swarm network.
Oh yeah, for sure. But hey,
Yeah, I'm really bullish on the A2P, the agent was using Sui, and the Google tie-in. agent buying stuff that's coming out, trust list agent buying. I think that's kind of going to be commerce of the future, and that sounds really interesting to me. And you just tell your agent that you're looking for like a red bicycle, and then give it permission, and it goes and like sources it all for you, and then like finds the best deal, and then it like buys it for you. I think that's how it works.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah,
The real
exactly.
sauce that's coming up is they're going to start doing prediction markets. They're going to make a SUI network version of Polymarket, which, if you don't know, is extremely popular. They just got a $500 billion investment into Polymarket.
That's huge.
So-
I think even South Park just did a prediction market episode, and the SUI one's called like Cadme or something like that. Yeah.
Well, Talus is a partner of Swarm Network, so they're going to be working together. And Yannick's told me some alpha about all the stuff that's going on, the big moves with Google and all that stuff. He's like, we're part of it, so it's exciting. Something
Yeah,
big's coming.
it's really cool.
Yeah, I'm looking through the Twitter for this token. I would say wait and see. I mean, it's already gone up to like all-time highs, so there's no reason to buy for anyone. But one thing is that like their token has hit $1 million in like a couple of days. They have 149 followers on X, but they say on their website that they have 100 million ecosystem fund.
Yeah.
But if you have 100 million ecosystem fund, why would you have only a market cap of $1 million? And then they have their team listed on the website, but it just says my team, and then it's just pictures of 4 guys, but you can't click on them. There's no links to LinkedIn or anything like that. So yeah, I would suggest probably no for now, but I might be wrong. Might go up further. Who knows?
I think buying in on Sui Trump or Aquashock, something like this would be a much better investment. They got the SuiDex farm. Sounds like a much better ecosystem.
Yeah, I guess I need to. Well, I have a bunch of questions I need to answer for that, so I'm gonna when it's time, I'll do that.
I can tell you this: both
Yeah, it's
farms
up to
are
you.
paying out quite nicely.
Mm.
Oh, there's one other market thing that this kind of little brain lightning went into my brain. The SUI Holdings group, the SUI Group Holdings. Have you guys ever looked into this page? I think there may be like venture capitalists or like some big money bag guys. SUI Group Holdings. You guys should check out this page. They have a cool website, and they got like a board of directors, and so it looks like some serious people. It's I don't know, it's something to check out, and I think like they have a lot of money to throw around.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe I'll post it to the Jumbotron if I can figure out how to do that again.
SUI Group Holdings.
Yeah. SUI Group Holdings.
That's an X account?
Yes, it's an X account. I'm on it right now. I'll try and DM it to Richie right now in Telegram.
I also looked more into Hack and Proof and their offer of what's called the dual defense. And it is pretty exclusive. There's very few people that have that, and the SuiDex has that stamp of approval, which I thought was pretty awesome.
Yes, sir. It wasn't cheap, but we got it.
And you spoke with the CEO directly. Is that true?
Yeah, I've been on call with him a few times.
And it was specifically regarding the dual defense, though, right?
Yeah, and like other things, we need to. We have a call scheduled with him after we wanted to launch first, because essentially we got delayed last time because he wanted us to fix something in the code. So we did that, and then we were going to talk to him before we launched, but then I didn't want him to say, oh, wait a minute, wait, you need to do this one next. Oh, do you need to do the triple defense now? So I was like, well, let's launch first, and then once we're launched and you can't go back, then we'll fall.
There you go.
I have a call with them that's scheduled, so we'll be talking with him again, see what's up.
Yeah, good idea. They're really good, but don't let them put you together on the quadruple extra icing on the cake one.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, think about it. They gave us a dual defense stamp of approval. Obviously, we don't have any critical flaws, or they would be giving themselves a bad name.
Yeah.
So anything else will just be some minor changes
Well,
that have zero risk of loss.
we fixed everything, yeah. So that's
Yeah,
the
it looked
good
like
thing.
it.
the SUI Group Holdings account in the comments of this space. It's one to follow, and check out their website. It's kind of interesting.
SUI Group Holdings, bunch of rich guys in a room holding SUI.
It's a bunch of rich guys in the room pulling strings and denying me slush wallet verification. I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Yes.
They're
When they
basically
Said,
they're
have a nice day. Try again later.
yeah.
Yeah.
Computer says no. You know that one? So
Oh yeah, okay. I do actually know that one. That
British
is
humor.
that British TV show with the chubby guy and his tall friend.
exactly. That's right. My favorite British dark comedy is The League of Gentlemen. I don't know if you've seen that before.
Yes.
Is that not the one? Oh, the TV show or the movie with Sean Connery?
No.
That's the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, League of
Oh.
Gentlemen is just like it's a small village in the middle of like northern England, and they're just the weirdest people. But there's like 50 people who live in the village, but there's only 10 actors, so they play multiple characters.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I want to watch that. My
really
favorite is Mitchell and Webb. Is my favorite two guys from the Peep Show. But I will check out the one you just said.
Yeah, it's good. And Black Books is pretty good. I like that.
Nice.
Lots of dark British comedies are always good.
I like that. I like dry, dark British comedy with some with some edge to it.
Okay, so I guess I got a bunch of questions to answer. And brief introduction. So we launched SuiDex 2 days ago. We launched the Dex 2 days ago, and 3 days ago, and then we launched the farm 2 days ago, a day and a half ago now. So it was a stage process where we launched the Dex first to make sure everything was working fully, and then we launched the farm, which means now you can pair up your tokens in SuiDex. Then you could stake those liquidity tokens into Sui Farm and earn yourself victory coin. You can also single stake victory coin. And today we're going to start the first epoch for the Sui rewards, which is great. The epoch timer starts, and after 7 days, the Sui will be distributed. And from that point, every 7 days, Sui will be distributed to token locker participants. So that will be today's task to complete, basically pushing that button. So since we've launched, we are basically it's stress testing the entire system and going through different UI. On launch of the farm, we did find some UI issues, which I think are fixed now, but I still have some other DMs to go through. I got like 10,000 DMs, of course.
And for those who are not savvy, those are just user interface. It's nothing risky about losing your money. It's just functionality.
Yeah, exactly.
Buttons.
It's the way that the person interacts with the site, essentially, is the things we need to work on. Our contracts were triple audited. So in terms of contract safety, we're really happy. We have seen, like, interestingly, for the DEX, in terms of like a security measure. So for the DEX, why we launched that one first is because we wanted to check on things like arbitrage, right? Which is quite complex, but the best way to understand it is, say we've created a new pool on SuiDex of even Sui USDC, right? So we make a new liquidity pool there. There's already pools on Cetus, there's pools on Bluefin, all across like Sui, there's Sui USDC pools, right? When we created our pool, people get flagged to it and they see growing liquidity in our pool. And that doesn't mean that the price in Cetus of Sui to USDC is going to be exactly the same as the price on RDEX to Sui USDC. So interestingly, I noticed, like, these guys, like sharks, they take out loans on SuiLend, massive loans, huge capital. They come into one DEX, they buy up like hundreds and hundreds of Sui or USDC from the DEX, and then they'll move it over and then sell it on the other DEX, and then they'll pay back their loan. And they do it all in one scripted transaction. Just whoosh, and
Wow.
just
That's
extract.
right. Sui Network can handle up to 2,000 different items in each transaction
Yeah.
in less than a second.
Well, that's a really
pretty big.
this is something about crypto I never thought about. But if you could just make that script, then you could just spend all your time finding new dexes and just balancing, because all they're doing essentially is balancing across all these pools.
I'm already writing it, and Grok is the only one that's willing to help me with it because it's seen as possibly unethical but still legal. So the Grok will help you with it, but ChatGPT not so much.
But in terms of safety and things, like we have absolutely no problems. It's just the we wanted to see how our system was dealing with that, and all good. Because
what's cool too is that I saw SuiDex aggregator using our pools within hours of it going live.
Yep, it can happen.
I saw it I have it on the blockchain. Like I have proof there. Someone did a swap on SuiDex. It pulled money from the SuiDex. There's a whole chain of transfer right there. Because I showed Amy too, and she agreed.
Yeah. So then we launched the farm the day after. Now, interestingly, the farm's launched, everything's working fine, contracts are good, and we're getting good amounts of course, token LPs, and it's building the TVL. I'm going to check that actually all over the place this morning. So the TVL for the farm currently, as it's loading up, is I think couple 100,000, I think.
And I have a few DMs from people asking about the
so it's a current TVL. The farm is $268,000, and then into our token locker for Victory Coin, we could see that the amount of total victory locked is $132,000. We've got roughly, what's that, about $400,000 to $500,000 so far in the farm, which is great. When we open the farm, first thing I want to talk about is when we opened the farm, we did see an issue, which I never foresaw actually, because these kind of strange intricacies with Sui, that because we'd made a new DEX and then those liquidity tokens were being moved from from the DEX and then into the farm vault, we did see strange actions on a lot of the coins which are inside of the SuiDex pair pools. On immediately the exact same time when these deposits were made, and that was very surprising. I didn't expect that, but I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. I think it's an issue with aggregation because, for example, we are not tracked. Our DEX is not yet tracked on DEX Screener, so that means that all of our liquidity pool tokens, which is about $500,000 of liquidity, is not being tracked anywhere on Sui right now. So it's a bit frustrating, but that's just Sui, apparently, and we need to. I've spent all of.
Well, that's
yesterday.
also why it only affected the Sui Trump and Aquashock, because it was only the coins that have
considerable
lower market
liquidity.
cap.
Yeah. Well, it was considerable
compared
because Shock is about $13,000 of liquidity, and Sui Trump was $100 and something $1,000 of liquidity, right? Taken from other places and then put into the farm, right? So it's in a vault essentially in the farm, completely safe and audited. But now the work is to try and explain to Sui and people who index what's happening on Sui that this is what we're doing, right? So I don't know though, because I can't confirm at all. Like someone's asking a question, because the Sui Trump price got quite a large dip. I think it was like 20 to 25% price. The price went down, right? At
so
that
it's
time.
not just about the liquidity.
Well, I don't know. It could be because I was asking some other guys and they're like, "Oh, that's very strange. We don't know." It's like, okay, nobody knows. Great.
It's very interesting. No one, I never would have. It's not when you launch something and something new, there's always unforeseen things, and it was an interesting happening. It's totally fine. The money's in there. It's safe. All my holders are making their returns, and everyone's happy. But it was interesting how it went
exactly
into the wormhole vault.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to come back, and and then that day, I think I'm going to get another 10 grand of volume, and it's going to look really good on that day. But it was kind of an interesting thing. But that's the trade-off for being in early and in with such a good project early. So I'm totally happy with the result.
Yeah, or there's that possibility, or the other possibility is that there were a lot of sharks inside of our system, just buying up the tokens which were listing, so that they could immediately sell once the farm opened. Could be another one.
Yeah, fair.
There's
It could be
two
a sell the
options here.
news type thing. It is what it is. It's
Yeah,
normal. I had
exactly.
good volume that day.
So that,
And
so
yeah.
that was from XTN. He says, clarification on SuiTrump price. Is it accurate or not? Is DEX aggregators not recognizing the LP on SuiDex still the explanation? So DEX aggregators or DEX indexers are not recognizing the LP on SuiDex yet. To fix this, I'm in talks with Noodles, who should be getting that up today. We have a group chat, so we've been talking to them about it. I've just been, on Dunny's recommendation, been talking to Nexa. On Dex Screener, if you go to the Discord inside of Dex listing, we have an open application from SuiDex to get applied. So instead of, for example, asking when are we going to get listed, I would love it if every single person could go over to Discord and put into that application, hey, you should list this, please. Because
Where can we
community
find that link,
movement.
Richie?
The Discord for
It's in
Dex
the
Screener.
alpha group.
Yeah, I'll post it again.
And also put emoji reactions and thumbs up on everybody else's positive reaction, not just Richie's post, but everyone else asking for the same thing. Also thumbs up or react to theirs also. That helps too.
Put tree leaves all over.
With Sui Builder's got his hand up patiently.
Oh, I was just going to say, from my
So patient.
understanding, it takes 500K of TVL before it'll be picked up properly.
So we
That's my understanding.
we have almost that. So I mean, in the
Yeah,
decks we have
very-
over
very
500K.
close.
Yeah. So
But Tradeport is currently running through the same issue with their liquid NFTs, and it's because they're below 500K. That's at least my understanding.
interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Well, Richie, remember too, if I talk to a Denny this Saturday and say, hey, you remember I told you about this project and you said that, you're helping out projects and this and that. You were bullish on the idea. It's working. What can you do for us? What do we got to do to be part of the community? That could solve a lot of problems immediately.
Yep. Possibly. I mean, I'm the kind of person who's going to do it all by myself, and then if someone else wants, or with our team, right? But
it's the combination.
Exactly right. So
yeah,
you got to do
what you're doing will definitely expedite.
Exactly right. If everyone just goes full hog on it, then we're going to get there faster.
That's really why I'm able to go and talk to him, is because I can say, look, Richie he's had a coin for the past year with no help, out of his own pocket, just got the farm going, with zero help from the foundation or anything.
Yeah.
So, that it's even more reason that he would, be bullish about it, is that you're not just expecting to do it all with their help. But as far as things that we can't control, like not being, listed on Dex Screener, if Dex Screener sees the CPO bullish on the farm, they're going to list it because, it's like, oh, that's a high value person. So, they get moving.
The other option is once Potato have their mint, I have lines of communication open with them as well. So I'll be requesting to them as well to list SuiDex inside of Potato as well. But I'm going to be polite and wait until their hero mint, because I know that's quite important for them. So in terms of like getting the contracts verified, we did this day one. I've had to redo them, which is annoying, on Sui Vision. So now we have a submission request open for all of our contracts. Our main one got put through, but we do have 5 core contracts, which need to be verified for everything to work as well. So one of them's been pushed through. We still have 4 of them left. 2 of them have been boosted. I wanted to boost them and not boost 2 to see which ones would be faster. But after 24 hours, none of them have been been cleared yet. So the boosting, I think it's like 20 to 25 Sui per contract they want for a boost, which doesn't work. They're following Dex Screener's logic there, I think.
Who's that, Noodles?
That's Sui Vision. Noodles, they don't want anything so far. They haven't mentioned anything about money. That's Sui Vision. Sui Scan as well. We put across the whole contract
Richie,
base.
Noodles' only requirement is that you prove that you're the developer. That's it. It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah. So for Sui Scan, it's also put across. We've done that one. There's just basically when you list a token or especially a DEX, there's a whole list of endless amounts of things that you need to do to make sure that everyone's picking up what you're doing, essentially. In hindsight, we could have launched the DEX and then waited like a week while we did all this and then launched the farm, but that's hindsight. I've never launched a DEX before, so we're gonna have to do it this way. Basically, live and learn.
We said, let's fucking go. Let's do it. Jump
Exactly.
right in.
Boys.
Oh yeah, it's to be expected. Whenever you do something new, like there's going to be unforeseen things, and then you just handle it when it comes up, and we just keep plugging away, and it'll come when it comes.
Yep. And the last one, which is important to get done, is Gecko Terminal. Actually, there's two more last ones. Gecko Terminal, CoinGecko Terminal. It's not just because before with launching tokens, Gecko Terminal will just pick them up anyway. It automatically sweeps volume and just picks up tokens. Not for a DEX. For a DEX, we need to provide to their API. So our backend dev is working on that at the moment. It's quite complex to list the SuiDex on even Gecko Terminal. Then once we get listed on Gecko Terminal, we need to then apply to CoinGecko to get the DEX listed there, which involves legal paperwork as well that we need to send to CoinGecko to get that done. And the last one is DeFi Llama, who also we need to integrate with their, I think it was their API I was looking at yesterday. Also, it's a little bit of code work that needs to be done to get synced up and indexed on DeFi Llama. So there are all the things that...
There's another big one is Phantom Wallet, Richie. A lot of people do in swap swaps in Phantom, and we are verified there.
I would say that's tier 2. That's wallets. First thing what we need to do is get indexed so people can track everything. Once we're trackable, then we can move on to wallets. And then because the wallets are 100% using the indexing to find this information, right? They won't be running their own indexers.
Okay.
So it's like a kind of moving down the tier of past it. Where do they get their information from? Where do they get their information from? Blah blah blah. So we're doing that yesterday. So we're all firing on that at the moment. So hopefully in a couple of days we'll start seeing different indexes of SuiDex and liquidity pools, and then we'll get an answer to the liquidity question. SuiTrump burns. We have so far done 2 SuiTrump burns from the revenue which SuiDex is creating. Using the Sui Builders buy bot, you can go into the Sui Trump Telegram and you can watch the buy bot. As soon as we do burns, I move the funds to my Crypto Mischief account. I then buy the Sui Trump and I immediately burn it. So you can watch it all happen.
What was the dollar value? It was pretty big yesterday.
We did 2, one of $500, one of $700. Bought the Sui Trump and burned it, and it's now gone. It's gone forever. So actually having a red day in the market. How many coins
total?
You can go into the bot and have a look. I can't remember how to check. Start.
That's a pretty big buy, a $1,200 buy on like one day.
Yeah.
That was within hours too, the first one.
Yeah. We also, our Raid to Earn campaign ended today. We distributed 833,000 SuiTrump coins. I think they went out. I'll have to check that. So we'll start another Raid to Earn campaign today. And we do have our SuiTrump lottery raffle, which is running right now by SuiTrump, and you get tickets, and then the tickets can win you 140 Sui is the prize at the moment for the SuiTrump raffle.
Whoa! They didn't pick it up last time.
No,
that's a nice. That's the biggest one yet so far, I think. Yeah. Right.
So just go buy some more SuiTrump, Richie.
Yeah, exactly. Buy it through Slush seems to be the best way to buy it. We're just integrating the SuiDex so that SuiTrump buys on SuiDex will also be picked up by the bot. At the moment, it needs to be added to the script for that. So if you have bot on SuiDex, then you can just DM me the transaction and I'll manually add those tickets.
Okay, but which one should we be using?
Whenever I buy on Slush, the bot works. I don't know what Slush is doing, but works.
No, but what's to be most beneficial to the SuiDex ecosystem? Should we wait or?
No, it's crypto can't wait.
So, but I mean, it's going to be beneficial that we do our swaps on the SuiDex directly instead of in the wallet or on another exchange, right?
If you swap on SuiDex, you're going to have to then DM me the transaction hash, and I might miss it, and you won't get your tickets.
I actually
Okay.
just submitted a pull request for you, Richie.
Nice. Okay, so we'll test
So-
that today. It should be fixed
Yep.
within today.
Perfect. Just when you merge it, just make sure you don't delete that request, just in case for some reason we break it.
Yeah.
We can revert it.
Okay.
Awesome.
One other little cool thing that Richie did for AquaShock yesterday is 100 SWE worth of shock was collected through the revenue sharing, and Richie paired that with some SWE Trump and created more liquidity for both SWE Trump and shock, and I was very happy about that.
Yep.
Is that on the farm? On the Dex?
Yeah, because we have a wallet, which is the Sui Trump Burn wallet, which takes 40% of all fees inside of SuiDex comes into that wallet, which means I get coins of different liquidity. I get coins of Sui USDC liquidity. I get coins of Sui Trump liquidity and Victory liquidity and Shock liquidity come in there. The process is that I will then unpair those liquidity pools, sell them into Sui and buy Sui Trump. But then when I was going through them, I was like, well, I don't really want to sell. I can't sell Sui Trump to do that. So I'm going to have to figure out what to do with that Sui Trump token that's sitting there, right? It's just accumulating. I don't want to sell Victory. You'll probably just burn the Victory, right? And then I was looking like, so, I was looking through like, okay, X Bitcoin, sell that. USDC, sell that, buy Sui Trump, USDT, sure, sell that, buy Sui Trump. And I was like, oh, Shock. It's like, I don't really want to sell Shock. I like Shock. It's like,
Thanks, buddy.
so instead, I was like, hang on, I have all this Sui Trump and we have all this Shock. Let's just pair up an LP and then put it into SuiDex, and then it can enable
That's
trading.
exactly what I was asking, Richie.
Yeah.
I happen to have a lot of Trump and a lot of Shock myself that I need to put somewhere. So that's why I want to know, could I put it in the same one?
Yep. You would just go into the pool. Currently in the Sui Trump Shock pool, it's getting thick.
Based.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
Thick. Yes.
Yeah, thanks.
Thick.
That's something really cool. Yeah, because you don't want to sell your SWE Trump because it's just sitting there. So let's pair it. We pair it up, little broski action, and it benefits both of our communities. And any way that I can integrate myself with SWE Trump and SuiDex, I'm gung ho for. So that's awesome. Thank you.
Exactly right. Yeah, and it just
And I can imagine other projects listening to like what's going on here, like what Richie's doing compared to other, LPs and exchanges. Like they're going to want to be a part of this because, I mean, who wouldn't if you had a project? I mean, you don't get benefits like this anywhere else.
yeah. And
then you can charge the $300 or the $1,000 for anyone to list on SuiDex, and you can be the extortionist like Dex Screener.
yeah, I don't want to be that guy though.
Yeah,
We're gonna be the anti everything. The anti that. We're gonna be making money by making other people money.
yeah, hell yeah, Underground Kings, let's go.
I have a lot of people, interested in launching coins through SuiDex. Like they're saying they're gonna wait until as long as it takes till we're all set, and they don't want to do any of their own coins till it can go through us.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool to hear.
Other questions we have from MJ. He says, when concentrate liquidity, and then he's a bit bearish there, a bit fuddy. But when CL, so CL means the concentrate pools where you could set your ranges for different pools. This will come, but not yet. We need large amounts of liquidity before CL concentrate liquidity would be effective. So that's why we're running right now with full range on everything and incentivizing rewards with Victory Coin. So you can come at the farm, you can stake into pools and earn very nice amounts of Victory Coin. At the moment, probably if you look at our roadmap before being kind of fuddy, you can see that it is on the roadmap. It is one of the big steps that we'll be making in the progress of SuiDex.
Well, what I would have told him is, even with the way we have the farms right now, you can pair coins that do not use SUI, and then stake your Victory, and you can earn SUI token without even investing any SUI token.
True.
I think that's pretty bullish because you can't do that on other LPs.
Yeah, you can stake Victory and you can earn SUI. That is true. His other question is, what's the process on adding new pools, considering we're not VE33? Each new farm pool will require the rebalancing of the emission points, cutting the pieces from other pools. Will it be announced beforehand which pools get less emissions with new arrivals? Also bump the native pools. LPs should be juicy at IMO. God, got a Clive, essentially. Okay. So a couple things there. For the APRs on the farm, I've just about finished an AI agent, which will be automatically rebalancing all of the APRs across the pool to make sure that they fit. For example, at the moment, we can see inside the farm, you get 1,000% APR for Sui Blub because there's only $6,000 in the pool. But if we come up to Sui Victory, it's only giving 500% APR. So of course, Sui Victory should be paying more APR than Sui Blub, but there's way more TVL in Sui Victory, which is why. So the agent I've made will essentially across the board balance out the APRs across the 3 tiers which we've set. Tier 1 is Sui Victories, USDC Victory, Sui Trump. So that would see Sui Trump's APR being boosted. It is 141% right now, which is still quite healthy, but it's going to go up. And you'd see those 2 other pools go up. Then we will be rebalancing. For example, if we have a liquidity partner that's managed to pull in substantial liquidity for their project, we of course are going to reward them with higher APR, right? So if I'll be blunt, right? So for example, we have 3 meme coins at the moment, right? We have Sui Blub, Sui Shock, Sui Toilet, right? Sui Shock has managed to bring in the largest amount of liquidity into SuiDex, but has the lowest APR of the 3. That should not be the case, right? Because they're all set on the same tier. So then that means that Sui Shock, because it's brought in more TVL, should be rewarding more APR to its community to reward them, right?
Bullish. Yeah,
So-
so we have the best holders and the best communities.
Exactly, right.
And the biggest
You've
TVL.
Sui Shock has turned up to the party and brought the liquidity, right? Therefore, their holders should be getting more percentage of Victory Coin, a higher APR, right? So that's where the AI is going to be balancing it out. So this will be done today as well. So you'll start to see a more balanced reward system especially for the meme coins. I think for your large blue chips, your Bitcoin, USDC, Sui, stable coins and things, right? Like they're gonna attract trades. They're gonna enable trading. But for meme coins, we need to reward community is the number one thing. So that will
And
be
Dunning,
fixed.
there's still a major deposit that hasn't happened yet because I have yet to put any of mine in there. So it's going to get a huge jump up soon after this space immediately, pretty much.
No, you're a whale, huh?
Awesome. He is a whale. He's a
I
top guy.
I definitely am a shock whale. I definitely can say that. That's for sure.
But I'm your friend because I love you for your personality, not because you're my number 1 top G holder.
Dunny is the only person I've met like online in crypto and through crypto that's like an actual friend that I would consider a really cool guy. It was actually one of this Thursday spaces that he came on and talked about his project like in April or March or something. And I was like, we need this guy on our team. He's cool. He's Canadian, like Paste right here. And they're awesome people.
Hell yeah. Quick little interjection. I do see that Nirvana X402 has joined the chat down there. Maybe when we open up the floor later, we can have a little chat with them.
Yeah, we always have an open mic when we're done giving our guest speakers
For
a
sure.
chance to go. Everybody will get a chance to speak. I'll stay on as long as it takes. If there's people that still want to talk, you will get a chance. You can put stuff on the Jumbotron. It's all open, so you will be able to speak 100%.
I have a few questions for Richie, if you're open.
Yeah,
for
go
them.
for it. Go for it.
And sorry, I'm kind of multitasking right now, so I may have missed some of it. I heard about the rebalancing of rewards. Are any of those going to be like? Are any of the single asset pools going to be rebalanced? And another question I had, actually, I'll wait for your answer and then I'll go to the next one.
So single asset, they are a separate allocation basket. So we have a allocation set for single assets. So we could balance them in a way that if one of the coins has a higher TVL, we could also add another coin, which would lower the percentage across the board. But the single assets, as we have in the docs, they're going to be printing very nicely for the first 2 months, I would say, and then they're going to be petered out slowly over time. So they will start to see dramatic reduction in their APRs as we get going with attracting larger and larger liquidity. Definitely. So we could either add another single asset or we could rebalance between them, but the amount of allocation they're getting as a basket of single asset cannot be changed. It's hard coded in
Okay.
the contract.
Perfect. That makes sense.
Yeah. What was the other question?
So the second question, if I know it's typically going to be once a week for SUI claims, but if let's say you were in a pool for half of the week, when you leave that pool, are you forfeiting your SUI rewards?
In a way, because we do our epochs every 7 days. It was the only way that we could figure out how to do this, because we have to manually collect and then trade into SUI with the SUI coin from the revenue of the DEX and the farm deposits. So the way that's why we closed the 1 week payment of SUI to 1 week lockers. So if you lock for 1 week, you don't get SUI, right? Because it's
Okay.
impossible, because someone would be locked on the Wednesday and then say we're going to pay the SUI on the Sunday, but it would just leave too much edge case. So the way it works is from today, when we open the first epoch, will be a snapshot will be taken of eligibility, and that will be everyone in the lockers right now who will be paid in 7 days with SUI. If they join in the next couple days afterwards, they're going to have to wait for the week after that to get SUI. So the way it runs is basically there's a grace period of 7 days from the start of each epoch, is how I understand it.
Perfect.
Yeah. So the edge cases could be, for example, if you're a 3-month stake and then your stake ends before the next epoch comes up, that would mean that you don't get the SUI, but you do get your victory back out of the locker, and you could then lock it in again and then wait for the next eligible epoch for your SUI rewards. There's a pop-up in the locker when you look at it. There's a pop-up which will come up, which will have, you can see there, like you can claim your victory. You also have another pop-up that says claim SUI. So that will just turn blue, and then it will open up another modal or pop-up box, which will show your overall epoch stats, which ones you're eligible for. You can batch claim them and these kind of things. Yeah.
And I guess my last question, does it make sense to create any more 3-year locks
Oh, for sure.
moving forward? Okay.
Yeah, it's the highest, will be the highest APR. And remember, over time, like I was saying before, that the pools for single asset will be being drastically reduced over time, right? And eventually over, like, I think it's on the 1 year mark, or I think it's 1 year, the single asset pools will be closed completely, right? That's when we're going to allow for anyone in there thinking, oh, but I don't want to pay, I don't want the pool to close and then I have to like pay the 4% withdrawal fee. But if you stay in there all the way to when they close, we will turn the withdrawal fee off and you'll be able to exit when we close the pools finally. So we do have a gracious exit system as well for when we close the pool.
Whoa.
Yeah, because if we close the pool, then of course someone can't just be stuck in there and then like, hey, I have to pay a fee to exit even though there's no rewards coming. Like, that's not nice.
Yeah.
So we can turn that off. When that emission, like, where's it going to go? That's quite a lot of victory that's coming out of the single asset pools. That all goes into the locker. So over time, you're going to see larger and larger amounts of victory going to the locker. By the halfway point of the SUI farm, more than 50% of the victory coin is going to be going to people in the locker. The people who lock for longer are going to get higher APRs.
Perfect. Yeah, I have most of it in a 3-year, and then I have some more in a 1 year. And just to clarify, does the 3-year locker all end at the exact same time?
Yeah.
Or if I'm creating a locker today, is it going to add, 4 days to the locker?
No, if you add a 3-year now, you're actually going to get a 2-year and 290. What would that be?
Okay.
Yeah,
Amazing.
You get a 2.95 year, so it reduces. So you can never lock fully for 3 years anymore because that's already done. So when you select 3-year, it just gives you almost as long. We ran this all the way to the end actually in testing. So we sped it up and ran it all the way to the end to check if when the 3 years timeline finishes, what happens to your lockers, and they all unlock. Everything unlocks, and everyone can get their victory back out. Is the end of the lock as well. So it's quite cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The pre-sale tokens, everyone got 50% on day one, and then the other 50% went into a 3-month locker. Is that right?
What people could choose. About 3 weeks ago, I put a form up in the Telegram saying if you want to choose, you can choose to move your lock to 1 year or 3 years if you want to.
Oh yeah, okay, nice.
Yeah. So about 40 people decided to change their lock, which meant, and there was 125 depositors into the private raise, but actually in terms of wallets, because some people multiple deposited, in terms of wallets, I think there were about 100. So about 40% of people changed their locks to either 1 year or 3 year.
I forget if I did or not. If I didn't, though, it's locked for 3 months.
Yes, 3 months was the default. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I put up on the Jumbotron, everybody, there's a playlist that Richie has on his YouTube channel where he goes over the farm, the strategies for beginner, intermediate, advanced. They're only 5-minute long videos. If you just watch through that playlist, you'd learn so much and it answered a lot of questions. So I highly recommend it.
Mm-hmm. Brett Hartman says he is the #1 shock holder. Shocking the system. Brett Hartman.
Brett is the top single wallet holder of AquaChalk, and he has been a very gracious holder, and I really appreciate him, and he's been a strong holder. And thank you, Brett.
I have some bad news for Brett. There is such thing as more than one wallet, Brett. I think I might have you topped there, buddy.
Competition. I'll give a big hug to whoever is the #1 holder on multiple wallets. He might have multiple wallets though too.
Oh, Brett's a baller. He's like a VIP of the SEC club. He got me my NFT back in the day when they were selling out, and got me in the Telegram, which enabled me to see Richie making Sui Trump coin, which enabled me to be here right now. So so
he's an absolute Chad, and I'm very lucky to have Brett as a holder. Thank you, Brett.
Mega Chad. He was also bullish on Sui like last July when it was like 70 cents, like in the Telegram also. Like he has a crystal ball. He went off the dark net or something because he knows what's up.
Oh, there's 2 more things actually I forgot. We're the team at the moment because we have our UI guy who he's pretty much, I think he's finished all the bugs. There was one bug to do with language on some users in different countries. For some reason, we didn't test this because we were testing in English. But for people who use, of course, different languages inside of their computer running on different language modes, we came across an issue that if your wallet, especially your mobile wallet, is in not English language, for example, Spanish or Chinese, French, then there's a decimal issue with the token locker. It's a really edge case issue, but it means that you couldn't deposit. So the immediate solution we found was that if you just turn your wallet into English, then you can deposit. But for now, I think he might have fixed it already, our UI guy, or he's working on it to make sure that that's not an issue. And the other 2 things that the team are working on is a batch claim for token locker, because at the moment you have to go through each token locker and claim individually your victory and your SUI, which could take, if you start building lockers every day, for example, which is quite a good strategy, then you're gonna have to make multiple claims. Like your finger is gonna get tired essentially. So it'll just be a batch claim, claim all for your lockers and your farm as well. So my positions in your farming LP, you can just come and claim all your victory at the same time. And the other thing he's working on is a zap, which would be the ability to zap immediately into LP pairs. So you could take you could just take SUI and make a liquidity pool with SUI and SUI Trump or SUI Shock, just so that we buy SUI Shock token, pair it in liquidity, and then you just have to go over to the farm and deposit. So it just makes it a bit easier for that process as well. So there are 2
zap
things.
Something in, it's a single-sided LP kind of thing, right? Like you just need 1 token, and then it balances it out for you.
Yeah, exactly. So what would happen is, so you take, for example, SUI, and then say you want to go into the shock pool, so you just use your SUI, and that would then buy shock, then pair that shock with half of the SUI, and then you would be able to just go to the farm, and then you'd have to put it into the farm though, because we don't want to add the farm deposit into that as well. would make it too. We could maybe optionally add it as, do you want to put this in the farm? Yes or no. We might add that as well. And the
That
last thing is,
tremendous.
we did say, 7 days after listing, we're going to be announcing some new pools, which we're going to be adding to SuiDex as well. So watch out for that. We're just making sure that we get our indexing done first. So we need at least something like Noodles set up so that people can track the pools. That's really important. So
Bring me a shrubbery.
shrubbery. Yeah, bring a shrub.
A light tinsel.
Yeah, light tinsel. But it will be
Nice.
tremendous when we add a new pool. That's for sure.
Hey, Richie, so I just
Alpha.
combined some shock and Sui Trump. How can I put it in the farm? Is that a
No, we don't have a shock Sui Trump pool yet, but we could consider that one as well. But at the moment we have shock and Sui, or Sui Trump and Sui. So they're the two of those. But there's no shock Sui Trump pool yet.
But we do have the LPs of Shock, Sui. We do have the LP of Sweet Trump, Shock, and I created an LP of Victory and Shock as well. With my pre-sale money, I put that towards my community and paired Victory and Shock together in an LP pool as well.
on Aftermath?
I did it on SuiDex because I wanted to. I considered doing it on Aftermath to have some liquidity on some other dexes and stuff, but I was really enjoying SuiDex and I want to have more TVL on SuiDex. So on SuiDex, I created a Shock Victory LP.
But that's not a farm. It's on just SuiDex, right?
Yeah, it is just on. It's the LP on SuiDex, but once it starts pulling all the information from there, and people are trading Victory and trading Shock, you will be able to earn regular trading rewards from the LP pairs.
Ah, I see. So since I combine Sui Trump and Shock, I can eventually earn rewards off that.
Yeah, when people are trading either Sweet Trump or Shock and they're doing it and it gets aggregated through SuiDex, you will earn the point, whatever, 0.1 or 1% or whatever it's set at through SuiDex, and that'll grow your LP bag.
And I will plant that and let it grow roots.
And I really like Thickquidity Tree is a great token as well. We Crypto Arborist and myself last week teamed up because I like to team up with only the creme de la creme, and Thickquidity Tree is a great project. They're very close to SuiDex as well, so I wouldn't be surprised in the future if they turned up on there. Perhaps that's just me hypothesizing. I don't know. Nothing's been announced, but I went ahead and created a tree Shock pairing with Arborist because he's a really legit guy and he does live streaming and is a good doxed one. And us doxed devs got to stick together because there's only like 5 of us on the whole network.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, so I think it's updates. Updates
I had
galore.
I had questions. If everybody else was done asking questions that I got from some people.
Go for it.
I know you might have touched on it a bit already, but they were just asking about has the rewards in the lockers for the victory lockers started accumulating Sui, and what day of the week, and is it going to be paid out?
Yep, I'll make it very clear. Today we're going to push the button, which means that will start 7-day epoch, which will be the first snapshot of eligibility for Sui payment. So that means that you would expect next Friday to get the payment of Sui. If we start it today, I need to make sure with the team, because we have the contracts are very secure. The wallet's very secure that we're holding the Sui revenue in, right? What needs to happen is that we need to distribute. We need to pool the fees all into Sui, right? And then we need to move that Sui into the epoch contract. And I need to make sure that we pick the right day, because we want to do that all on the same day every week, right? For example, if we set the payout day as Friday or Saturday, then it would be on the Friday that the Sui has to be collected, or the liquidity has to be collected from the fee wallet, then turned into SUI, and then put into the payment, so that everyone gets given out on time. So the one thing we're discussing is what's the best day to do it. I want to do it today, but I have to, see what they're saying. It will be announced though, but basically from the point where we start the epochs, it will be a 7-day period, and then the payment will come in, and that will happen every single week. From the point we started, it will be every 7 days. Is the simple way to explain this. I went the long route,
Right
I
on.
guess. So when we say
I know
epoch
for
has
sure
started,
Richie's doing everything on the up and
yeah.
up. So
It means that
it's just other people asking.
Yeah, so it means when we say epoch has begun, that means that now that you're in that epoch, and 7 days from now you will get the SUI into your lock. Is essentially how
And
it
we can
works.
pretty much put it on a weekly reminder to check it, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then you can batch once you are in there. You don't need to do anything. We need to do all the work. We need to pull all the fees, sell them to SUI, and then ran them into the locker every week, basically. And so the user doesn't need to do anything. They can just go to their lock whenever, and if they've missed 1 week, they can still see it and they can claim it. So it's just going to sit there. It's yours. It's been sent into your locker. It's not like if you miss it 1 week, you're not going to get it. You can
Yeah, that
batch
was the
claim
next
them. You can
question
choose
that
which week to claim, or you can claim them all at the same time.
Yeah, that was the other question was that if you didn't collect it, is it still going to be there? So I got yes. Sounds like it'll still be there.
Yes,
But
yes, it will.
It's good to claim it because then you can buy more Victory or SUI Trump and compound and do that
Exactly.
infinite money glitch type of strategy that you have on your videos.
Exactly.
Where you explain how you can make it a flywheel of
That's the key.
basically a money printer.
You want to come into the locker, and when the SUI arrives, what you want to then do is take the Victory that you've been earning and the SUI that you've earned, pair them in liquidity, throw them back in the farm, or take the SUI you've earned and the Victory, maybe buy up some coin that you like more. Maybe you think, oh no, I want to farm with Shock, I want to farm with SUI Trump, I want to farm with stable coins, whatever you want to use. You can put it into the farm. You can use that SUI, buy the coins you like, and then make that liquidity, put it into the farm. And what you're doing there is just you're rotating continuously your capital, which is pretty dope. You can make infinite cash, infinite money.
And for the listeners, once we're done doing the AMA and the guest speaker here and catching up, we will take all the other people that want to speak. Just so you know, we're not ignoring you on purpose. We're going to do that after we're done with this part.
Yeah, I'm pretty much I'm good. I think if there's any other burning questions, I'm always good to hear from other.
Richie, I can tell you this, man. There's some people local here that have been on Turbos and other places doing like a SUI USDC pair. And with the market fluctuating, they're really getting annoyed with doing ranged LP positions.
Exactly.
And they really love the full range aspect of SuiDex. So I think we're going to have some pretty good injections coming into some of the more well-known pairs, and then that'll get them into going, what are these other coins? So
yeah,
pretty good stuff we're working on.
Because it's like this comment that we got in the chat, right, from MJ. So what MJ is looking for in the SuiDex Alpha group, which I know what he means because I farm with concentrated liquidity pools every day, right? But I know from experience that not everybody does. Not everybody wants to concentrate liquidity pool farm. It's complex, it's time consuming, it's efficient, of course, but at the same time, it's very, very complex, and you can get totally wrecked if you don't know what you're doing and end up with less money than you began with. So that's why we do have this kind of easy button style farming with SuiDex. What were we saying?
That's what I was going to expand on, Richie. Is that most of the SUI community this is their first blockchain they've dealt with. They haven't been around the block. They haven't been in crypto. And you've been doing crypto for a long time, since 2020. And what you had the majority of your videos about was this style of yield farm, like on PancakeSwap. And you were very good at it, and it was successful. So, it's not like you just came up with this idea like, oh, I think this will work. It's something that you've been doing professionally for years that works.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal.
Exactly.
Shall we open it up to the floor?
Let's do it.
Heck yeah, I'm excited to talk to a couple of these nice folks. Who you got up there, DGen?
Well, they put their hand down, but yeah, you can request to speaker if you have a question, or even if it's about another project or whatever. You can request to speak. And let's see, if I go through the crowd, we have Gordon, like the ambassador master.
Gordon's great. Everyone should follow Gordon. He's a hard worker. He's a grinder. I respect that.
Yeah, he's probably gotten like 3 or 4 extra credit airdrops, for being so awesome from the promo wallet. So, we like to help out people that actually do put in legit work. Bo, it's another SCC NFT issue there. We got Mobster and Moonshot. I know Moonshot Max and Nirvana X. If you're there, we would love to hear from you, because we were talking about your project earlier in this space.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely. They're trending #1 on Noodles right now. It's got a flag on it though, so I want to ask them. One, awesome, congrats on trending #1 on Noodles, and I'd like to hear about his project.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times they'll just join spaces to get their profile out there.
It's trending #1 on Cetus as well.
Yeah, it's been pretty explosive.
Is it another Mr. Furley coin situation though?
I doubt it. I mean,
that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I should actually go back and look at that coin. Maybe we should buy it up.
Mr. Furley,
yeah.
What? Tell me about this secret.
Oh, I think we should save that whole mythos for another space. Better.
We could do a year X space. We could do top 5 stories of our X space show, and that one would make the list for sure.
It was legendary. Yeah, we've had some quite good shenanigans on here, because a lot of people don't realize is that this isn't just X recording the audio. There's different avenues recording the actual screen and the people in the space, like Richie's to his YouTube channel. I'm streaming to Kick right now. Arborist may or may not be streaming to his channel. I'm not sure. And I know Dunny has Kick as well. So, we have video recordings of these spaces, not just on X, the audio.
Here we have a comment from Black Wall Street 1921. I'm a newbie and I create my first LP ever. Sui Victory is what I went with, and I plan on depositing more. It was very simple. Thank you. That's exactly what we want.
That's good feedback. Onboarding people in a safe, happy environment, and so they can learn and also make money at the same time in a good environment. That's awesome. I like to hear that.
And I want to point out again, the Jumbotron has the playlist that Richie made on his YouTube channel, where he goes over all the strategies, how to use the farm and everything. Makes it really easy to understand what you're doing. And I mean, come on, can we get Richie past 30,000 subscribers? It's driving me crazy that this whole year in Sui, it's like, I know there's people looking at the videos. Why aren't they subscribed? Well, we need to pass that 30K mark.
It's just
so close.
It's because the bull run hasn't happened yet. Yeah, that's why.
I also I want to start doing some more promotions, like through Sui Builders or even through the Dex or Trump. We have a lot of profiles now. We could do giveaways and stuff on like some IRL stuff. Like I wanted to do whoever posts a picture of them promoting Sui Trump or SuiDex or Aqua in person, because that's I snoop around crypto internet and Solana projects, what's trending, and one of the biggest things now that's getting popular is like you earn like points, or some coins have it integrated where you get actual more coins if you show and do things IRL, which means in real life. Which doesn't necessarily mean you have to dox yourself. You can maybe not show your face and do something, but tell somebody about SuiDex at, Subway or something, who knows, something like this, just to show that there's actual real people interacting and not just bots and stuff like that. It makes it more fun, makes it more community build. So I want to do stuff like that.
I like organic promotion like that. I'm a very anti bot echo chamber spam guy. I don't love that. So I like the idea of the IRL stuff.
And then I also want to get some merch for when I stream. I want to buy something like really nice piece of merch, like custom made by Crazy Beans, Donnie, the Gold Star account. He's another one that wants to launch a coin with us when we're ready. He has this really expensive like laser printer thing. It's like an engraver 3D printer, and he made his own like Crazy Beans character. I was like, oh, we need a SuiDex horse and a Sui Trump character, even if it's just that single one that I could use when I stream and have like on camera, but then also get some more easily mass-produced merch made, and not sell it, but give it away to people that are just being good holders. Because I think it'd be kind of a little cheap to sell it,
I want to hear a little bit about the NF trees. I'm excited
Oh,
about
yeah.
the NF trees. The art's looking good. What's going on with the NF trees and the Thiquidity tree token?
So we are almost done with the artwork. We're gonna have a team meeting in a couple of days for the game, but yeah, I posted a couple of previews in the comments of the artwork that's coming out. It's exciting, man. These NF trees are gonna be dynamic. Each one's got their own traits. As a matter of fact, I'll put another one. This is another trait that we just incorporated into it. It's going in the comments right now. It's a star nebula. So this is going to be really cool.
You know how to put it up on the Jumbotron, Peter? You want me to do that for you?
Sounds out of this world.
Yes.
And what kind of? And there's going to be a game it ties into as well. You guys got
yeah.
like a couple of games you're working on.
So there's going to be an introductory game called the Tree Battle Game, to where you'll be able to pay Sui to do a battle, and whoever wins will win the bigger portion of the pot. And you'll have skills that will come up to fight each other. And we're also going to have it. I purchased Richie, the artist who disappeared, actually came back and apologized.
Oh, nice.
and then sold me the artwork that he worked on at a very cheap price.
Oh, that's good.
And so I've got another run of artwork for the other portion of our game that we're working on, to where you actually grow your tree from a sapling all the way to a mature tree, and it'll acquire different traits, different rarities. So Brett, if you're listening, the original NF trees, the artwork that you get is what you'll get. But once you get inside the game and we incorporate this next part, which would be called Arboretum, that's where you'll be able to grow your NF tree to where it'll grow higher. And it will actually be a little like crazy looking Groot NF tree that'll grow into this big monstrosity.
I had a question about that, Peter, because that sounds very similar to Arbitrum. Is there some sort of connection there?
Arbitrum?
Yes. The chain, like the L2.
Oh, no, not really, but sounds cool. Sounds tremendous.
Oh, and also about all the other projects, like partners with Sui Builders and stuff, and you, Peter, after the farm is stabilized, I definitely am going to go and help you guys out, because I have a lot of new capabilities of stuff I could do with art and videos and amazing stuff. And, I don't want you guys having to be paying for anything that you can get for free from us. So I definitely will be looking into that soon.
So the NF tree game is going to be a PvP battle, and we're battling for Sui. And if my stats are good, and it's like a turn-based kind of battle system, and then if I beat the other tree, then I win some Sui. Is that correct?
Yes, that's
Very cool.
the initial game we're going to be doing. Yes,
That's like a Boombots crossover with trees. That sounds great.
with fertilizer. And And the other thing that we're going to be doing also, we're going to have a contest coming up to name the hero, and then the little guy inside the game. We're gonna have a contest coming up to name him. I haven't really figured out how to do it just yet, so I'm gonna have to lean on you guys for some knowledge. But that's definitely what we're going to be doing.
I have a question that maybe Paste might have to help answer. Would it be possible? Because I know this is sweet. You know, almost anything's possible. Is there any possibility we could figure out a way to have the NF Tree characters fight against the Boombots NFTs? Like figure out a way to match up their skill sets or something and make a mock, recreation of it in some crazy way? What do you
Sweet
think?
Builder Arena, where all the Sweet Builder guys are all fighting against each other. These are good ideas.
A great idea.
I know that's the kind. I always think of next level stuff like that. Make it fun. Do stuff no one's ever done before.
So Furley, there's two previews. One is Cosmic Nebula with the Sui writing on the chest, and the other one is Star Nebula.
Awesome! I can't wait, because especially if you have like base media for me to use when I make videos, it really helps with that too.
Yeah, absolutely. No, but on this there'll be like cape, no cape. There's going to be gold mask, gold, green, and purple mask, gold cape, green cape, black cape. There's going to be battle axes. There will be the Sui saw. There will be regular saws. There will be battle axe. There will be the enchanted forest with lightning aura. All of them are going to be unique, different. But the key to it is, and I'm telling all you guys right now, to be able to get into this ecosystem to buy these NF trees, you got to have 5 million tree in your wallet. So tree is cheap right now. If you want to get in on this, I'm telling you, I'm designing all these myself, and you can see the previews of how they look. So they're all going to be collectible. They're all going to be different. So if you come in and you want to buy 50 of them, they're all going to be different. They are going to be just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff that you're building over there with the Liquidity Tree. Glad to be partnered up with you.
Yeah, that pool we did on Aftermath is actually doing really well.
That's good. Thanks for hanging in there while I'm trading sideways here a little bit. But yeah, it's doing really well. It's getting some good volume, and it's going to grow over time. Roots grow deep. Frost can't reach when the roots grow deep. That's some Tolkien.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. I know Dunny very well at this point now, and Peter's been a friend of me and Richie's for quite a while from previous ventures. So we always have good people around as much as possible. And Paste, I'd like to hear any developments with Stewie Builders. You're doing a lot of stuff, and a lot of the listeners on this space of the week probably have not heard about it yet.
Yeah, so we shipped 2 new tools this week, actually. So we created a token scanner Telegram bot. It's useful for like alpha channels, call channels, or even if you just have a Telegram group with a few of your friends and you're constantly passing contract addresses back and forth. So it'll tell you obviously the token name, the market cap, the 24-hour trading that's happened, if it's up or down. It'll give you all the socials for that specific token. It will give you an AI summary of the token and kind of like a bio on what's going on with that token and what it's all about. So we shipped that one. That one's obviously completely free to use.
Does it have an all-time high?
Pardon?
Does it have an all-time high listing?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Even an AI breakdown. That's. I haven't heard of anything like that with any other tracker, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It just like breaks down what the project's all about in more of like layman's terms. So it's pretty handy.
That's really neat.
Yeah, that's definitely usable.
Yeah, it tells you the transactions over the last 24 hours, 24-hour change. Yeah.
And we have they're called the SUI accelerator access passes, but I guess now they're the SUI builder access passes.
Yes.
I'm not sure what Tradeport still says, but
It's updated.
we
Where
had
can
to
I get
change-
one of these?
yeah, that's make sure you don't buy a fake one because there's some copycats. But yeah, well, I can send you that info. I guess you weren't on the Telegram when I was promoting those, but yeah, I'm part of the 3 original
Here,
people.
I'll put it on the
And-
jump on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
please do.
yeah, because Richie was the most recent airdrop with Sui Trump. It was $10 worth on each drop, just smashing the previous record from Thickquidity there, which was like things like 250 each.
Yeah, it was
'Cause-
250 a piece.
Yeah, and because Richie, I talked to him about it a long time ago when the market cap of Sui Trump was way smaller. Like I think it was only like 400, 300, 400,000. So we didn't want to overwhelm, everybody all at once. But yeah, that's gotten definitely ROI if you got it on the first day. But basically, the SUI builders, if you didn't know, Paste came to me and with Mobster, we were tired of seeing these pages like, some insider page. I don't want to call anybody out specifically, but people that will do paid promos, they just, whatever people pay them, they'll do an ad for them, even if they're malicious, which is not cool because we want to keep SUI network as clean as possible. So we have the SUI builders, which was previously SUI accelerator, and we're probably getting close to the same amount of followers as previously. And this time they're 100%, all organic too, which is even better. And the barrier for our promotion, our, help of your project is integrity. Like show that you're actually building something legit. Will you at least do a soft docs to us privately? You don't have to docs to the whole world. We do our best to make sure that they're doing things legitimately as much as we can, find out. And it's optional still. If they want, they can donate or allocate a certain amount of coins or a whitelist. And 100% of that goes to the Access Pass holders for whoever bought one of those NFTs. And nothing is kept from off the top from SUI builders. It's 100% airdropped to the NFT passes. And there's like 720 or about,
714.
and there's only 1,000 possible. But since the floor is selling for less than the mint, it's just people just reselling them. So that's why. But which is actually kind of a good thing because that means the airdrops are only being split 700, X ways instead of 1,000. So it's actually concentrating the airdrops more. But yeah, you definitely want to get one of those because
I just got one.
what happens is, you won't get the airdrops from the past, but any of the ones we do going forward, you will get, which is an ongoing thing that never ends.
It's fine. Sounds great. Sounds tremendous.
Yeah.
Tremendous. Thanks, Arborist, for the support.
Yeah. I'm gonna go buy it on one of my other wallets too right now.
Yeah, and Paste has like he knows the owner of Tradeport personally. Mary, she's a really nice lady. I've been on a space with her. So, he definitely has some good connections for anyone interested in doing NFTs.
Then Paste, I need to have a conversation with you offline, please.
For sure, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, if it's
Nice.
about Tradeport or NFTs, Paste, he's the number one person to talk to for sure. He has
I
the
can vouch
connections.
for that. Anytime I've needed any help with NFTs or Tradeport, Paste has got the hookup and the knowledge.
it's actually why, we connected, was because he had some really awesome NFTs of the mobster guys. I actually pinned one to my SuiDex.
Suicide Social Club.
Yeah, they got some baller flava gangster guys.
What was I going to say? So Mary, she is the rep for Tradeport. She's not the owner, but the owner is. I was on a call with him last week.
Well, she runs the X page and does the spaces with the new projects
Yeah,
and stuff.
she does a lot. Yeah.
She's like the Amy of Cetus.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, pretty much.
Daniel's one of the co-founders. Daniel is his name. Tree, I was actually going through my DMs on Telegram today, and I noticed I missed one from you. So if I ever don't reply within like an hour or so, you can always just message me on X. I'll see those quicker.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so sorry about that.
That's okay.
And Peter, are you in the VIP Access Pass Telegram?
No.
Okay, yeah, I need to send you an invite for that too, since you did do an airdrop. Because Paste and Mobster, they're more of Discord focused, and I'm definitely more Telegram focused, because we do have a Sui Builders. I mean, I actually just changed the name. It still says Accelerator, but it's the same thing. The only thing that changed was the X page. That's it. Same people, same passes. And we have a Telegram VIP group and a public group as well.
All right, and I've got 2 of them now. One on free on Sweet Wallet.
Perfect.
Nice.
Make sure you register for the holders chat in Discord, because that's where all the early alpha is.
Okay.
And if you have any troubles, just let me know. I'll help you through it.
Okay.
Paste, we gotta come up with a way. I know that it's possible to do, because Donnie showed me with the bots. There's ways that you can make something to where if you post it in the Discord, it'll post it in the Telegram automatically.
Okay, cool. I can get
That
that
would be-
set up. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, Donnie's really good at Discord. He's the Crazy Beans guy.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Post
God.
a reply on your.
I'm just going
Put
through
a
my
sweet-
DMs. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
There's
Following him to
Oh
help.
man,
it's like 10,000. Oh my God.
That's
I
why,
have-
Richie, whenever I send you one, I just patiently wait because I know you're being inundated.
Well, I've got different folders. So I have, like, for example, Arborist, Wise Degen, Danny, Paste, people I talk to a lot, even some of our community members as well, like who are just investors. Like, they're all in a folder, but then I have another one which brings in all DMs, but this is where I can also miss some. But there's a couple, like, so having a few people who are saying that they are having problem with the locker. It's definitely a language issue with our UI. So I thought that our UI dev fixed it, but possibly not. So you might need to turn your wallet into English at the moment in order to be able to use the token locker. Seems like that's the issue. Also, it's bringing up weird stats as well on non-English speaking wallets. Something I never thought would be a problem, but it's being fixed. So either turn it to English or wait like a day and it'll be fixed. And a couple other guys, seems like from 2 days ago, they tried to tried to ape the launch of Victory and got churned up by price impact and slippage, which definitely can happen in a new DEX, which is something that people need to be careful about. Like, if we're introducing new tokens and the liquidity isn't large enough yet, so say if we don't have, you need at least a couple $1,000s of liquidity to start passing through the good trades of even $10. So to get $1,000 trades through, you need about hundreds of thousands of dollars of liquidity, right, to manage this, or else you're going to get churned up in the slippage. So it means that if you're impatient or not watching the impact, which is what we have on our decks from launch, it's said it's there, impact. So impact should usually be between 0.01 to like 1%, would be a understandable amount of impact depending on how much you're going to be spending, right? If you see it anywhere up to like 12 or 15, don't swap it on SuiDex. It means the liquidity isn't large enough yet. You should go over to another DEX that has the largest liquidity pool. Always try and make your trades in the largest liquidity pools, especially if you're making like very large trades of thousands of dollars. If you're swapping a couple like $10, $20, $50, it doesn't really matter. But when you start spending tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, you need the largest liquidity pools possible. This is it's happened to me before.
It's always better to do things to take your time with cryptocurrency. Doing things hastily and quickly like that is never going to lead to anything beneficial.
Exactly.
Because you need to check before you just hit accept on your wallet. Read what you're agreeing to.
Exactly.
Make sure you're not like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this. I'll pull up SuiDex, I'll pull up Turbos, I'll do the same amount and see which one says what. Make sure the slippage is at 1% or whatever you're going for.
Exactly.
Take your time and check those things out.
Because this has actually happened to me on Slush Wallet before. Even on Slush, I think I was buying SuiTrump or something, and I was like, I'll just take like a 400 Sui, or just buy SuiTrump. I was like, okay, swap, buy, good, great. And I thought, hang on a minute, what happened there? Then I looked at it and I got 20% price impact because Slush was randomly going through another LP pool of SuiTrump, which was really low. And it just decided for that swap, I'm going to aggregate that one. Fuck it. And it used that one. I got a huge price impact, but that's because I didn't look at the confirmation before I send. So you need to check.
Well, a general rule too.
Well, here's the question, right? So then I lost probably, losing like $400, something like that, $300. Did I then contact Slush Wallet and say, Slush Wallet, I need my money back? Because, well, no, I can't, because if you understand liquidity, where did the money go? Did the money go to Slush Wallet? No, they didn't get it. Where did that impact go? The impact was distributed evenly across all liquidity providers of the pair in the pool that was swapped. So then I'd have to go and knock on the door of 300 people. Of 400 people. So I need that 0.01 Sui back, by the way, for my bad swap. So unfortunately, when this kind of thing happens, it's very hard to make it back. Essentially, it's on user error, is how I would say.
So where does the liquidity go?
It goes, so say whoever's in the pool. So if there were 10 people in the pool or 100 people in the pool, the coins which is taken from the impact is just spread across all liquidity providers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it doesn't go to the owner of the DEX.
And a general rule I wanted to tell people is that in-wallet swaps are always going to be a worse deal than actually going to an actual exchange itself. Like the fourth button on the bottom of the Slush Wallet, the same place you go to access the SuiDex and SuiDex and Turbos, always going to be a better deal than the in-wallet swap. That goes for like any chain also.
Yeah.
They're always the worst deals. Go to Change Now, go to Simple Swap. Don't do an in-wallet swap. You're just going to get ripped.
Yeah, don't get ripped.
I mean, Slush Wallet's not that bad. It's not as bad as like Trust or like SafePal or stuff like that. But,
But anyway, sorry to interrupt. Well, I'm not sure what you guys are talking about.
Go for it.
No, I'm done. I was just looking at all my DMs like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, I have, I think I had like 500,000 unread messages last time I looked.
You're so popular.
Well, I joined like every single project on Sui, I think, at one point. So might do a reset. I definitely got to make a Wise degen Telegram eventually. I was just waiting for a while so I could have everything synced because I'm Wise degen everywhere else except Reddit. I'm Furly Ghost, but I do have my own Wise Degenerate subreddit.
Sick. Yeah, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. How are you guys feeling?
I'm all right.
Tremendous.
Oh yeah.
So another issue is some people are in the USDT pool and they're saying they're seeing a difference of amount. I'm just looking at the pool now. So I think I'm going to start adding more liquidity to this pool to make it thicker from my own pocket, so that trading can be enabled a little bit nicer. The moment we have 5.7 K USDT and 5.69 K USDC, so there is a $100 variance there, which probably will be swept up by arbitrage. It means that, but it does mean that one USDC is going to get you 1.0004 USDT. So essentially, there are
which pool is it, Richie? You're adding to?
two stable coins. People are saying on the farm they're not seeing the amount, but I can confirm on the DEX the value of USDC is $1. The value of USDT is 1.0004. So I've also cross compared these to Sui to see if they can, their value can be sold into the correct amount of Sui coin, and they also match. So I think it's just small. I think just the pool needs to be thicker, essentially. So I'm going to start adding more liquidity. I won't be putting this in the farm, by the way. It's just adding liquidity just to enable better trades, essentially, and more aligned, because we need stable coins, of course, to always be $1. But they are. I mean, 1.0004 is pretty much $1.
I do have my eyes on that farm. I like that one.
It's a good one for pull and profit.
Yeah.
Bear proof profit, which is good. Sui USDT is just the bridged USDT tether into Sui. Essentially, if anyone's worried what it is, it's backed one by tether.
Yeah, because I guess USDC is the only stable coin where they have a native Sui version of it. Is that correct?
Don't know, actually. Must be.
Because that's why it's just USDC, like, because they do not have a native tether. It's like a wrapped, but it is the regular USDC Sui version.
Yeah. But yeah, so I added a couple grand more to the pool. I'll continue to monitor it, and we need to gradually build the liquidity of all of our pools as large or thick as possible. Is the aim, of course. But
I'm
for
going
example,
to be doing
if
that
you are
as soon as the space is over.
if you are in the USDC pool and you remove your liquidity, you're going to get USDT and USDC coin. Now, you then have the choice, where do you want to swap those coins? You could come to SuiDex. If on SuiDex, your amount is a very large amount of USDC or USDT, you don't have to just swap it on SuiDex. You can also go somewhere that has a larger pool and swap it there. Look for, like I'm saying before, look for the thickest liquidity when you're making your swaps. This is the best way. I mean, I generally use up to 5 or 6 dexes across Sui usually. Eventually, we will have this aggregated with other dexes, and then you'll be able to swap everything through SuiDex. But until that point, I'm telling you, you should be very cautious about some pools. Like we have great, if you want to purchase Victory, we have a great amount of liquidity. You want to purchase Sui Trump, we have a great amount of liquidity. You want to purchase Shock, we have great liquidity. You want to buy Sui, we have pretty good liquidity now. So we're growing. It's only day 2 or 3, so we need time to get thicker in all pools, which we're listing.
And those swaps also, if you have any Victory locked up, that increases the amount of Sui that is going to get paid out as well with the piece.
True that.
So, as much as possible, but, we want you to make profit first for yourself above all else, right? Because, I know Richie's not a greedy guy. We want to make everybody make profit with us.
Yeah, and the key is just be smart. Be smart with your swaps. Pay attention to impact when you're making swaps on any DEX.
Check that slippage.
Yeah, exactly, and rubber up.
No raw dog.
Yeah.
All right. So if there's no one else from the listeners that has a question, or from any of the other streams that are going, let's see, Kick. There's just a bunch of people asking if I want to pay them money for something, of course. Then we will have the space every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, like we always do. But I plan on having more spaces. every week, like this one, like on a Tuesday, maybe in the morning for the other side of the pond for the people in England and stuff. And then Sui Builders, what are the weekly spaces spaced that Mobster and you have?
So we have Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That one we share with Boom because they help us build out some of our tools. And then we have the Builder's Cave. That's on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, and that's I've been going to that one a lot too. That's where Mobster will see the people that are interested in becoming partners, and they question them on their project, and it's been pretty fun. A lot of cross other chains coming in there.
Yeah, it's a good spot to find out about new projects.
Yeah, it's actually where I met Donnie from Crazy Beans, so it's cool. And guys, don't forget Saturday, Spaces with Dunny, with not Dunny, Adony, the CPO, Iman Abio, because I got to tell him about our project so he can buy in, like he said he was going to. Got to get the word out.
Yeah, and happy Halloween. It's important too.
Happy Halloween.
It's Halloween here.
Do they do Halloween in China?
No, it's quite interesting. Last year they banned it. Let's end on this. This story is insane, right? So last year we were just getting ready for our usual Halloween party where we just put up like quite amazing decorations, and everyone comes dressed quite ghoulish and bloody, usual things, right? And at the same time, unfortunately, one of our local barflies, a guy called Patrick, he died of a heart attack. So we put up a small mural outside of him. Patrick was from Ireland and he was quite a large man. And we put up a small picture with him with an Ireland rugby shirt and a pint of Guinness and some flowers, just so that customers could come and pay their respects. But at that very same time, some government officials were coming through our bar street and they noticed the mural and they thought that Irish Patrick, who was a very large, white, bald Irish man, was a controversial Chinese government official who died on the same day, like 10 years ago. And they thought we were organizing a foreign-led stage protest to try and say that this banished government official who died on the same day that we've never heard of was a great guy, and we were holding a whole party for him.
It's a crazy story.
So they came in, they ripped down
Jeez.
all of our Halloween decorations, and we had to go to jail, to the police station for about 5 hours while they decided to try and accuse us of beginning a
Revolution.
like a revolution
Did you
against
do like
the
full
government.
struggle sessions and like forced confessions and the whole deal?
Yeah, and then like my wife had to come down. She's Chinese and be like, "Guys, you're fucking idiots! Like this is a white Irish."
It's a Guilo
guy.
party.
He
Relax.
died. Like his family.
Hey now, China.
Oh man, and his family were there as well. They came over from Ireland to deal with the body and the funeral, and like the police are like, so they're standing there looking at his picture. Oh, this is nice. A bar in China gave our son a mural. We're so thankful that at least he had friends here. And then they came and ripped it down, threw his picture in the bin in front of his family. It was like,
Oh my god! In front of his family. Oh my god!
So Halloween was cancelled. We had to take down all the decorations. So this year we've put up all the decorations, but we're just waiting for them to come back. And
just put a big sign. These are definitely not Chinese officials. This is all Halloween stuff. So calm down, China.
Yeah, exactly. It was one of these things that just kept getting worse and worse and worse. I couldn't believe it. But you can't do anything here. You can't lose your temper. All you have to do is just go, because the last thing you want to do is like stick your head out the parapet, right? You will get
you'll get disappeared.
Exactly. Well, you will get deported, if you cause any issues. So just
there's
don't poke the bear.
There's been like two YouTubers that were making videos about questionable stuff that literally just disappeared.
Those poor YouTubers.
So yeah, be careful.
Don't dress up as Winnie the Pooh for Halloween.
No, don't. I'm going as Gene
nationals
Simmons.
though. They were national, like born I'm sure you have some sort of protection, the fact that you're not born in China, because they don't want to have no international incidents and stuff, I'm sure. But to their own people, they held much more higher standard.
I love China. Xiping #1, China #1. Hong Kong is part of China. Taiwan part of China.
Yeah.
I
Tibet
love
part
Hong
of
Kong.
China.
Exactly.
They're the best.
I'm going to be Gene Simmons for Halloween.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Little tip.
I'm wearing my mask right now. Can you?
I could tell.
That's right.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys. Excellent work on the farm launch and on the whole Dex launch. It's going to be really good. It's going to be an integral staple of the Sui ecosystem, and it's going to be all verified and good. And it's going to be like awesome pumpage, I think. I think it's going to be the place to be. I mean, it's called SuiDex. When you come to Sui, you're going to go to SuiDex, and it's going to be there for years. And I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, exactly. We're building, and we're going to have new pools, new partnerships very soon. Actually, we just need to get the indexing done. So that's step one. Hopefully done today. I was just talking to SuiScan on Telegram, so we got SuiVision, so we got them.
I fucking love SuiVision.
Yeah, they're good. Very fast.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm still got to get
faster,
verified
good.
through
Look,
them.
man.
It's in progress, but it's still just there.
Oh, okay, I'll tell them once we're done. I'll tell them about Tree and how they should be doing that stuff. Verify.
Yes,
Awesome.
this is definitely a good ecosystem we have going on here. Richie being the developer with his experience. A lot of the devs in this network are, it's their first venture, their first cycle, their first chain. We have experience here. Richie's fully doxed on YouTube, transparent for the last 5 years. No drama, no games, just profit. Maybe not as loud and crazy as other projects and stuff, but over time, people will see the stability and the structure. No, greediness. Just helping each other win. That's how we want to keep Sui Network, is help each other out. There's enough growth for everyone. Sui is definitely growing itself. It's not going anywhere, and looking forward to it.
Awesome, guys. Thank you.
Any words, Paste? Probably.
No, I'm just trying to get caught up. I had a bit of a crazy day. But yeah, no, I just wanted to thank you guys for taking the time to join the spaces. If you do have free time next week, again, we do spaces on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So we appreciate you guys joining us. We're super excited about SuiDex, Aquashock, the Tree ecosystem, and all of our other Sui Builders partner projects as well.
Yeah.
All right. We will see you guys on the next spaces.
Goodbye. See you guys soon.
Bye. Take care.
Bye, long time.
Profit.
Goodbye.
Green candles.
Richie,
Yeah.
take pictures of your party, sir.
Oh, I will. No problem. I will. And I'll be in touch very soon, Arborist. Just as soon as we get the indexing done, let's start the party.
Hey,
Nice.
Ready, dude.
Ooh.
Party starty. Don't be tardy to the tree
Ooh.
party.
We
Yeah.
can have a digital live stream party where we're all live streaming to each other's party. I'll have one in Mexico here, and
Nice.
we'll have it everywhere.
Sounds good. Okay. See you later, guys.
See.
Okay, just before I head off, we have a couple questions from the chat. I'll just answer them because we're at the end of the stream. And we have just saw a live stream. I'm going to have to rewatch this. Richie launch was epic. The time and effort you put into the team all paid off in space. Thank you very much, Suchan. Thank you very much. We have Diesel. Yeah, I wasn't sure about this question. Hey, guys, when will the locker be locked? The locker was locked from the second that the platform started. You lock your tokens in the token locker. Whenever you deposit, you can choose 1 week, 3 month, 1 year, 3 year. And then after that time, it unlocks. You get your victory back. While you're in there, you earn Sui coin every week, and you earn victory coin every second. We have, hey, what bridges do you guys use to bring stuff in and out of Sui? I use Rocket X. personally, is my favorite bridge for this kind of thing. I'll just show it here. RocketX.exchange is the address, and you can just send, for example, from base chain to Sui. I'm not sharing it. You can share from base chain to Sui. You can send from Binance Smart Chain, Solana to Sui, all of these as well. You can also, if you're going from Solana to Sui, you can just swap the assets in the Phantom. Last question. Can we get a Sui and, oh, nice avatar, by the way. Very good. Can we get a Sui and Wrap Bitcoin pool? I want to buy Bitcoin on DEX to add to a pool. A reward pool would be good for this too. Yeah, good idea, actually. That would be one of the pools which I'd be interested also in putting into Sui Wrap Bitcoin. So that is a good idea. We could add this pool. But next, we'll be adding 2 new pools to SuiDex, which will be coming just as soon as we finish the indexing of getting SuiDex tracked on different aggregators so that they can see how much liquidity we have, pools we have, how they're growing, these kind of things. Once that's done, then we'll start launching other pools. And also the big thing is the APR allocations will be set today by AI so that they fix constantly, so that Victory and Sui Trump and any meme coin which brings in considerable liquidity are always guaranteed the highest APRs, because I think that's very important for growth going forward. What saw 100% impact on this as well? Why does single stake less value? 303 in and out now, it's 290. How is that possible in single stake? Saw 100% impact on this as well. Why does single stake UST less value? Well, there's a fee when you enter the single stake, right? It's 4% fee. So 4% of your tokens are paid as a fee. Then that fee is then paid in Sui to token lockers and used to buy and burn Sui Trump, is how it works. So there's a 4% there, which would be what would happen there on the single stake. Of course, because you're single staking an asset into a pool, so there's got to be some kind of fee. Otherwise, how would, what would be the function of that? It would just be giving away free tokens. So if we come here, farm, right, you can see you can stake Sui USDC, 2% fee. We have single stake asset, 4% fee on single stakes, but the APRs are considerably higher than them. You're getting 400% on USDC right now, 276% on Sui, and 500% on Bitcoin inside the single asset staking pools. That's 1% daily. That means this current Victory price and APR setting, and these cannot really be changed that much. After 4 days, you've already made back your initial fee. And then it's continuous profit from there. You can see, what I'm meaning about shifting APRs is, for example, Wrap Bitcoin XBT, which is a Bitcoin bear, got 500% on that with 10,000 in there, which is pretty good, but we should have higher in Sui Victory. Sui Victory should always be the largest APR. So the AI will be fixing that today, which is what I'm going to finish building right now. Any other questions, please get into the SuiDex Telegram. I'm in there and happy to answer all and any questions. If I miss them, just send them again. You can also ask Colin or Mr. Furley as well about this, and also Crypto Michael as well, if I'm not in there at that current time. Good. Okay. Excellent. Yeah. So basically, because the APRs are so high, you're going to be able to make back the deposit fee in the next couple of days, because it's the brand new farm, and we're continuing to essentially promote it and grow it. And the more people in the pool, the more the Victory lockers get paid in Sui. That means the more Sui Victory they're going to buy, because it's a working, functioning ecosystem. Let's go. Thank you guys for joining the stream today, and I will catch you very soon with some more updates. Peace.